Today I'm joined by Shannon Eaton of Eaton Livestock. He's here today to talk to us about the cattle prices and how they have continued to soar here in 2024. And so thank you so much for joining me today, Shannon.
Problem, Thomas.
And so, Shannon, we've seen cattle prices continue to rise since COVID. What have you been seeing at the market that has been providing that continuous rise in prices at the cattle market?
We got into end of August and into the first part of September, and the pre-bought calves looked like they were going to be, way above the market as the market did slide. And from mid-September on, we just went on an incline like we've probably never ever seen through the calf market. It just continued to get higher and higher and higher. And I think today we're seeing cattle that are trading like $100 a hundred higher than they did in September. It's just been quite a ride. Well, I think, in the past, I've been in the business for years. As the calf run has gone on, we always hear from the feedlots that, oh, we're getting close to full, or we are full, we don't have pen space. I never heard that term once. In fact, I heard, all we've heard is that, guys are just, they've got so much pen space, and there's no backlog of fat cattle. It just it's just been a fight to get cattle, and it looks like going into the new year with the heifer retention that we've seen and heifer calves that are being bought with the idea they're going to backgrounders to be bred. I just foresee 2025 being extremely high market all the way through, and I'm not saying the cattle are going to get higher, but I sure don't see in the near future us having any issues unless the threat from Donald Trump of the tariff. That would be, the only hiccup that I could see going forward.
And you mentioned those 25% tariffs. How much would a tariff of that magnitude affect the Canadian cattle market?
As far as Canada, we have lots of space, I think, to feed these cattle, with the numbers being down so much. But where the problem I foresee, if there is a tariff, is that the beef does have to flow to the United States. And if we impose a 25% tariff, well, that simple math, a $4,000 steer is instantly $3,000. Well, if we have to take $1,000 off of the feeder cattle, or if we have to take $1,000 a head, just using that as a figure, which would be very close, boy, we'd be in for a disaster. And if that tariff is imposed, it's going to be instant, because with the capabilities of Donald Trump, who knows? I mean, it could be a day, it could be a year. We don't know. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I think our government will step in and make sure that these tariffs don't happen. I mean, there already has been some meetings with our government and theirs, but boy, oh boy, if it does hit, we could be in for an instant licking. But like I said, my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does, we could definitely have some trouble.
And finally, with how high the prices are, how much does that help all sectors of the Canadian cattle market, and how is the outlook looking for 2025?
In the purebred end of it, well, the bull supply, do we see record high bull prices on average? I really believe we do. We're getting 25 to 30% more for our calves than we ever expected. So I would see that will be passed on. There's nothing more important in the cattle industry than keeping the quality up. And I think, it's going to be good for everybody. The cow-calf guy has done extremely well this year, probably selling their calves for $400 to $500 a calf more than they ever expected when that calf was born. And I think we'll see, bull prices up $2,000 to $3,000 a bull, which will be, great for the seed stock producers. And I see the bread market just continuing to be extremely strong. I think we will see bred heifers into the new year at $5,000 to $6,000 a head, and they should be worth that. I mean, they should be worth double what a good steer calf is worth, and that will be in that $5,000 to $6,000 range, and it'll be good for everybody. There, like I had mentioned earlier, the heifer retention and the heifers that have been sold that are going to backgrounders with the idea of being sold as replacements. We could see $4,000 replacement heifers going forward as the new norm. And if we do, it's just great for everybody.
Thank you so much for all the information, Shannon, and we look forward to another great year for cattle prices in 2025.